In March 2020, we had to close our doors due to COVID-19. It was important for us to check in with our folks and make sure that virtual programming was something that they wanted and could even accommodate. We quickly found out that our folks wanted to finish what they started, the shows that were in production when we had to close. So what you were about to witness was created entirely in quarantine by some very talented young women. I'm going to let Monique tell you a little bit more about the show.
I'm so honored to have been part of this production. As Toya said earlier, these talented young women thought it was very important to discover the themes of self-love and self-discovery, is that it's something that they've been learning for themselves throughout the process of creating this play. So without further ado and with much excitement, here is Abrupt, God is a Black Woman.
Enjoy.
On your face, I'm the black magic woman.
So the important thing about ritual, any ritual, is that it's sincere and that it's not performed, right? So you have a script, you have a performance, we'll get into that, but this ritual needs to be sincere every time you do it.
Love's overflowing, overflowing.
I searched for God, and I discovered her, conquering all of my traumas like that shit was easy. Caught each of her tears because her buckets were big enough to hold them all. Carried my mother on her back, every single piece without a break in her spine. She loved herself.
Yeah, God must be a black woman, because that's the only person I know that receives as much disrespect as us. Doing things for self in her name, saying it's what God will, knowing damn well that was her sister Lucy. Lucy probably tried to warn God too. Listen, don't be bending over backwards for folk who wouldn't even bend forward to lend you a hand. But God, being so strong-willed and hard-headed, thought it was her job to save everybody, taking bullets in the chest with no vest, just to turn around and be disrespected by those she tried to protect. God has to be a black woman, because I can't understand why we never say thank you. We never say thank you, God. We never say, how was your day, God? We never say, God, what can I do for you? How can I be your vessel? We always say, God, you didn't answer that prayer. God, do you even know that I'm here? Are you listening?
I'm reconciling with the fact that if God looks like me and acts like me, then I have to confront the fact that technically God is imperfect.
God spoke to me today and said she's through. She said she walked me through the valley. She said she breathed into me all that her infinite lungs could exhaust.
I met God last night. In a dream, I think. And she looked just like me. Yeah, a woman. Skin just as dark, dark brown like the richest soil that could bear the sweetest fruit. Oh, and her lips, full. And from them fell opinion after opinion, African folktale, beauty salon wisdom. She knows herself. Much different than me, but she was so me. Oh, and her nose was wide, like her hips, like my hips, and her big legs and my big legs. Oh, and we danced. God knows the cha-cha slide, y'all, and the electric slide. Oh, and we twerked. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell y'all that, but we did. We twerked, and it felt like the more I was with her, the more I was sinking into myself.
Energy, cells, electricity, water. A creator of a mind that wanders, going astray of the norm, wandering into harm, ungrateful of present gifts, embracing common myths, unaware of what is embodied, less focused and more worry, in favor of destruction, skeptical of interruption, trying to do what's best, attention aside from the test, mankind.
Hi, I'm Toya Lillard, Executive Director of Vibe Theater Experience.
And I am Monique Letamendi, the Artistic Director of Vibe Theater Experience.
We're so excited to have been invited to deliver the keynote performance for the virtual Grantmakers in the Arts convening this year. We know something about your theme, power, practice, resilience, because like many of you, in March 2020,